Hi guys, it's Dave. Keith and I have been talking, we've seen some packages damaged in the last couple of weeks, and nothing more frustrating than when you get the package and damaged of your ephemera. And not that it's anybody's fault in shipping, we think it's the mail service, you know, using the packages as football, kicking them through the field goals or something. As long as you get insurance on it, you can get a claim, but still it doesn't help us saving ephemera if we're doing that. So we just want to try to go over a few tips here in case some people have asked about the better way to do it. One of the things we recommend certainly is to have insurance on the packages so that if something does get damaged by the post office. But a couple things before I get ready to ship is very, very important to us is cardboard. You see, this is actually a piece out of one of the U.S. Post Office boxes. You can see how flimsy this is. If you were going to try to wrap a piece of ephemera in that, the mailman's going to bend it and stick it in the mailbox. I had that happen to me on a 1920s baseball sign. Someone didn't ship that well, and it got folded and put into my mailbox. Destroyed the piece. This is a much thicker cardboard. It's I can't really bend it trying. This came off of my local solar panel company. I got it from their warehouse. They throw the stuff out, but a lot of industrial places will give you cardboard, or even if you go to the liquor store, some of the empty liquor boxes, you can get the heavier duty ones and cut the cardboard out of that. That seems to work really well. Or those foam boards at the dollar store. Just a couple of other real quick ideas on supplies is keeping things dry for ephemera is really a good idea. Most of you guys I've seen bag it. I know sometimes like the Ziploc baggies, the big ones get to be expensive. I tend to use a lot of the magazine bags I get at the comic book store. The backers, the boards, and the bags cost me about $16 for 100, so that's 16 cents a piece to add to a package or a piece. You could also get, I find industrial bags all over the place, but I look for them in industrial places that are closing or whatever, all different size baggies, and I keep them. So we just try to do it like that. Let's go over just a couple of quick things here about packaging. Also to add to that is painter's tape. It's great. It doesn't stick well to the plastic. It'll hold, but it doesn't, you know, kill the plastic and rip it when you try to take it off. So what I like to do is I cut my cardboard a little bit bigger. This here is a Daisy, it's a thin cardboard advertisement for a Daisy for a BB gun, but I'll cut it a little bit bigger all around so I can put that one down. If I wanted to, I could take a few small pieces of the painter's tape and I'll just put it on the edges of the piece here so it doesn't slide around. You can see like that. If I was going to say someone bought multiple purchases from me, this is another little booklet here, an ESO booklet. If I wanted to put that down next, you could take and we could tape it like this. Hold on one second, I just want to tape it like that, down in place. This isn't adding a ton of security, but it helps. What it does is when you go to wrap it in the end. And then let's say we were going to throw in a few other pieces. They bought, you know, some postcards and a little map. I'll put the map down. I try to always match the height of whatever it is we're doing as best of the ability. So this actually is a pretty close match here. So I might take one more piece of tape like this, put a little piece here, little piece here. Now we have this is on the cardboard here. It's taped down. We'll throw that piece of junk out of the way. Then what I'll tend to do is have that second piece of cardboard. This really doesn't add much to the shipping weight, and I can guarantee you one thing, that nobody's going to be able to, no mail person is going to be able to bend this and stuff it in the mailbox. So I'll take and once I have it here, I'll take some of the clear packaging tape. All I want to do is so it doesn't move. Keeps nice and still. All right. Now remember, everything is in, all the paperwork is in plastic baggies, so this is not going to hurt any of the paperwork. Even if it ever came in contact and it slid a little bit under the board, it's all in plastic. So it doesn't have to be pretty to make it good, because my tape came up a little bit, but it's perfectly solid here. It's not going to get bent. It's not going to get anything like that. I'll take these envelopes here, and I have two different ones. These I find at Walmart, buy them by the multi-pack. They're probably about 60 to 75 cents each if you buy them in the multi-pack. And these are the 10.5 by 15. Well, this won't fit in here, I know that, with a bubble padded mailer. So if I can't find the ones that fit, and it's a little bit bigger than that, and some of you guys have seen this when I shipped them to you, these are really a much bigger one. These are, what's the size of these? Boy, I think these are about 20, 18 and a half by maybe 24. And it's a padded bubble mailer. I find these at the dollar store for $1 each. I can ship this in here. And what I'll tend to do is just pull it tight so that we have a tight package there. Everything can be sealed up. That's one thing that I can do for packaging that way. I just have a couple of other quick tips for more unusual things. Every now and then, if you guys sell books with some other stuff, this is a great, just an old book. If someone were to buy postcards or something from me and a book, a lot of times I'll take them and just put one per page. You know, give 10, 15 pages a piece, put them in there. 10 or 15 pages a piece, put them in there. So I have everything like that. And then in order to keep this from that stuff sliding out on the way, I'll put it into a plastic bag. And then I'll just pull everything really tight together. And then again, go back to my my blue painter's tape. I didn't rip it well, so I'll just come in and tend to throw a piece of tape on that and then tape it around here, and then I can put that either in a padded mailer, or I would probably ship a book in a small box. So that's a way to package books and some small paperwork if you get it with a book. And just one last thing to go over for you guys to see for boxing and stuff is sometimes people get some bigger posters or other type of stuff like that, and people are always worried about using so much cardboard and having this great big package that the mailman doesn't want to take. This is a standard size poster. It's a heavier cardstock poster. I've done this with bigger magazines and some other stuff like that. If you guys can find these, a few industrial stores sell these boxes for Staples. I think had them for 50 cents a piece or whatever. These are poster boxes, and they're triangular shaped, and you can see that you can fit this in here. This was taped up for somebody, but I would just put the poster in a bag. I don't have a bag that size right here yet. They're not in for me. I ordered them. Put the poster thing there. A standard size poster is about $3 or $4 to ship across the country because it's so light. It's under that 13 or 14 ounces. So that's a really good way to look at shipping either magazines, posters, or bigger things that you don't want to put a piece of cardboard down. If you can roll them up without damaging them, put them into some plastic, a plastic bag or wrapping, so that if they get a little bit wet, tape it up and ship them out. But if you guys have any questions whatsoever for shipping ideas or where to get any of the product on a reasonable base, please don't hesitate to private message me, private message Keith, ask on the group after the video. Any suggestions you guys have, anything that you'd like to see, any comments, improving the way we do things, the way I do things, or just common tips for anybody else in the group, please make a comment there, make a comment to us. All we want to do is see the stuff get to the buyer in the condition that they saw it in, and to preserve it. So, like I said, that's what we tried to do. Give us a holler. Thanks.